He loved everybody. He even loved those people that you weren't supposed to love. He talked to those people to which you weren't supposed to talk. He engaged with people with whom he wasn't supposed to engage. I think about the lepers who were absolutely untouchable, but you know what Jesus did? He touched them. They had to cover their mouths and yell unclean when he was close to them, but he kept on going, even touching them, healing them, loving them. Demon-possessed people were unapproachable. So many times they were hurting themselves and they were hurting anybody who got close, but Jesus, he went to them and he loved them and he delivered them. Samaritans were unclean in the eyes of Jew and Gentile alike, and they were unworthy, but Jesus went to them. He loved them. The narrative in John chapter 4 of the woman at the well in Samaria, you have Jesus engaging with someone with whom he had a gender distinction. He was a man, she was a woman, and in those days you weren't supposed to talk. He had a racial distinction. He was Jewish and she was Samaritan. Those people weren't supposed to talk. And he had a religious distinction because he was Jewish and she was Samaritan, and that carried with it religious connotations and allegiances as well. And she was antagonistic toward him, and do you know what he did? He loved her, and he approached her, and he shared with her the path to everlasting life. The rich young ruler was remarkably proud of himself and all that he had accomplished, and he treated Jesus like some sort of deliverer of a commodity. How do I inherit eternal life? What good thing must I do? Jesus could have turned away, but he loved him and told him the truth, even knowing the young man wouldn't listen and would go away sad. Nicodemus wouldn't even come talk to Jesus in the middle of the daytime. And Jesus could have rejected the meeting, saying, I don't need anybody who will not come to me in broad daylight. But instead, he met with Nicodemus, and he loved him, and he told him truth. The scope of Jesus' ministry is unbelievable. And the scope of Jesus' ministry is to be unbelievable still today. Jesus is called the friend of sinners. When he called Matthew the tax collector, the religious people gasped as he went to Matthew's house for a banquet. Why does your teacher, the religious leaders said to the disciples, eat with tax collectors and sinners? And you know what Jesus said? I came to call the sick, not the healthy. All you who feel like you've got it covered, y'all just go on about your business. But for anyone who will come to me admitting their need, I'll receive them.